Welcome, wrestling fans, back to the Nation Network. Mean Scheme with you here. Saturday morning superstars of wrestling here on the Nation Network. As we get ready to kick things off, fans, from time to time here on Saturday mornings, we like to bring you some of the action that takes place from around the world of the World Wrestling Federation. And today we come to you with action that recently took place here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the lauded Philadelphia Spectrum. Kicking things off tonight, Greg the Hammer Valentine going up against Tavish Noon. Well, it's been a little while since we've seen the Hammer in action, but I can tell you something right now. He looks really good. Looks like he's ready to go, and I think Tavish Noon's going to have a very memorable night on his hands. Right away, we notice in the corner of Greg the Hammer Valentine, the one and only Jimmy, the Mouth of the South Heart. Tavish Noon with a nice takedown right there. This Spectrum crowd getting into the action early on, and we've got some tremendous matches coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. The matches you wouldn't normally see necessarily on a Saturday morning program. Well, for a fact, we're going to see the Tag Team Championship on the line here tonight when this team of Demolition, which has really lived up to their name, put those titles on the line against a couple of guys who think they've got a shot. I don't personally believe that, but that's the Islanders. Well, indeed, Tom and Haku have been doing very well for themselves as of late, but they've not been tested, I would dare say, at the level that you'll see them tested when they get in the ring with the Demolition. Not even close. But to be fair, not too many teams can say that when they get in the ring with Demolition, because they are truly a little bit out there on their own. They are a very power hungry is what I meant to say, and dominant tag team unlike any we've ever seen here. Referee trying to get a clean break, and that's not going to happen. Greg the Hammer Valentine taking advantage of the distraction. Tavish Noon sent into the turnbuckle. Now Tavish Noon has had about enough of this. Irish whip to the ropes. The Hammer coming off. Back out front. Tavish missing. Valentine has him up and drops him across the top rope. Well, I'll say so far Tavish has actually done a pretty good job of holding his own, but again, I don't know how long that can last. He gives up so much experience in many ways to Greg Valentine. I'm not sure how you can say that. Valentine indeed is a well-traveled veteran, but I would say the exact same thing about Tavish Noon. Yeah, but they haven't traveled the same roads. You know, Tavish is over there wrestling in England, and not for nothing, the way they wrestle in England, not quite the same as the way we do it here in America. You mean like this right here, choking him out in the middle of the ring? Yeah, I mean, to an extent, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. There's a different level of grit here in the U.S., and Tavish is having to adjust to that. Tavish Noon has been in the ring with some of the greatest names in the history of professional wrestling, and I'm sure he will be more than up for the challenge of Greg the Hammer Valentine. Well, he doesn't look like it right now, but yeah, things could change, I suppose. Valentine dropping the hammer. That big elbow. And now he might be going to put this one away. Here comes that figure four leg lock, and he's locked it on him. Tavish Noon in trouble. Will he tap out? If he's smart, he would, but look, oh, you can hear Jimmy Hart out there. He's loving it. The Mouth of the South, loving it indeed. Valentine relinquished the hold. Yeah, I think he wants to teach this guy a lesson. Again, choking him out right here in the middle of the ring. This official not doing a tremendous job, and Valentine targeting that knee, further damaging it. And now Greg Valentine off that middle rope. Went for the hammer drop and nobody home. Well, lucky right there for Tavis Noon that he was able to get out in time, because otherwise the match would have been over. Look at Tavis Noon. You said there's no grit. Yeah, he just raked the face of Greg the Hammer Valentine. Well, what do you think Valentine's been doing to him half the night? Now that he's doing it back, you have a problem. No, I guess I don't, but at the same point in time, now he's got an issue with Jimmy Hart. That's a big mistake. You don't turn your back on Greg the Hammer Valentine. Yeah, I'd have to agree. That is indeed a poor judgment made right there. And already paying the price is Tavis Noon. Big knee right to the side of the head, and Tavish is in trouble. May have knocked him out with that knee right there, because Tavish not moving. He's back up, but he is definitely groggy. Valentine has him up over the shoulder. What's he going to do with him here? Deposits him across the top rope. Oh, he busted him open. He is hemorrhaging. Well, back to what I said. It's a different style of wrestling here in the U.S., and I don't know how tough Tavish is that he's going to be able to withstand the beating that a guy like Valentine's going to hand out. Valentine, oh, he was perched on that top rope. Thought about it, changed his mind, but Tavish Noon able to take him off the apron and down to the floor, driving a big knee. Swing and a miss. And now Tavish here on the floor. What's he got in mind? Oh, he's got him on a chicken wing. Well, not a smart move, really, because you can't get a submission outside on the floor. That may be true, but how much damage may have been done? Well, I guess time will tell. But we're talking about Greg the Hammer Valentine. How much can he withstand? Oh, Tavish just got caught, and that may cost him the match. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be able to make it back into the ring. I don't think he will. Indeed, Tavish Noon has been counted out. We're going to take a look back at some of the highlights, ladies and gentlemen. Some tremendous action in this one. Greg the Hammer Valentine really punishing Tavish Noon here to the point where he was unable to continue the match. Well, he's really kind of lucky, in my opinion, because had he got back in the ring, Valentine would have inevitably put that figure four leg lock back on him, and that would have done more damage. Indeed, very possibly so. Fans will be back. Plenty more action still to come.
And their buddies, WWF Bone Crunchers buddies. Listen to those bones crunch. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dude Love, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker. Bone crunching buddies. Collect them all.
Well, let's rock, Two Bells.
The official WWF action figures with bone crunching action.
So these girls want to slam dance. Well, what a rush.
Championship Series featuring title belts. Only at Toys R Us.
All right, fans, we are back, and what a matchup we are looking forward to here. Take a look at this one. Yeah, you know what? I only found out about this maybe an hour or so ago when I arrived. And I've got to tell you, I'm not real happy about the way this is going down. Well, fans, we know that when we return to the Boston Garden in a couple of weeks, this man, Bobby the Brain Heenan, will be getting a shot at the Intercontinental Championship held by Tito Santana. And that is as a result of his failure to comply with contractual stipulations that took place in Boston a month earlier. However, because of those actions, The Championship Committee here in the World Wrestling Federation has deemed this match, which was originally a return match for the Intercontinental title, to be a tag team match. And now it will be Ravishing Recruit Bobby the Brain Heenan going up against Tito Santana and a mystery tag team partner. Yeah, nothing about this sits well with me. Number one, Ravishing Recruit should be getting a championship title match, period. Number two, Bobby the Brain Heenan shouldn't have to go out there and wrestle someone not knowing who his opponent's going to be. Now, there's an old saying, Jess, that says you make your bed, then you lie in it. And Bobby the Brain Heenan has no one to blame for this but himself. Oh, I beg to differ. I think there's a lot of other people we can be blaming right now, including whoever decided to make this match happen. Well, we are moments away from finding out the answer to that question. Are you kidding me? What? Returning after a lengthy absence, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Pedro Morales is going to be the one teaming with Tito Santana. Yeah, that seems real fair. You're bringing in a former tag team champion, a former Intercontinental champion, and indeed a former world champion. He's the man known as the first triple threat champion of all time. And here comes his tag team partner. Get a look. Oh, this crowd loves Tito Santana. And they are absolutely shocked, I believe, at the return of Pedro Morales. Look at this. Bobby the Brain Heenan actually going to start the match off. Well, that shows me he's got some guts. I don't know about brains. I don't know that I would be putting Bobby the Brain Heenan for a guy who's that smart. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I spoke too soon. Went for a roll-up with the trunks, and now Heenan coming up with a clothesline on Morales. Well, I'll tell you right now, Bobby the Brain Heenan sending a message, in my opinion. Looking pretty good against the former three-time champion. Yeah, you know what? I may have jumped the gun a little bit here. Bobby Heenan doesn't look half bad at all. And at this moment, Chico's watching on from the apron. But hey, a couple of weeks from now when we're in Boston and that title's on the line, there's not going to be any hiding. I cannot imagine the circumstances where Bobby the Brain Heenan walks away the Intercontinental Champion. Look at him. He's doing a tremendous job right now against a man who's a former Intercontinental Champion, a former World Champion, and Chico's never done that. Another big elbow drop by Heenan. Now going down for the cover has Morales. I've got to say, I am very impressed thus far with Bobby the Brain Heenan. You know, he hasn't been an active competitor in a very long time, and he's doing a pretty damn good job. Tag made to Ravishing Recruit. Look at Heenan. Gotta say right now, the Heenan family looking pretty good in this match, but here comes, oh, look at Pedro Morales. Yeah, look at him choking out Ravishing Recruit. You didn't see that happening before. Morales now making his way to the corner to make the tag, and here comes Tito Santana. Ravishing Recruit and Santana going to pick up this rivalry. They have exchanged the Intercontinental Championship between the two men. Oh, there's a big knee lift right to the midsection. Fly cross body block, and Tito Santana now taking over. Well, not for very long though, huh? Ravishing Recruit now takes him out of the corner with a heel toss across the ring, going for the cover. Shoulders of Santana down for a count of one only. If you are Ravishing Recruit, you've got to keep the pressure on, I would think.
Yeah, one thing you don't want to do is with these Latin guys, you don't want to give them an opportunity to get back in the fight, because if you do, they will, and that's not going to end the way you want it to.
Here's another tag made. Santana now bringing in Pedro Morales. Nice double team. Clothesline into the corner, and down goes Ravishing Rick Rude. Morales now to the top rope.
Well, that's not someplace we're normally used to seeing Pedro operate from, but it worked out for him this time.
Was that a clenched fist? Looked more like a forearm shot to the head, and Ravishing Rick Rude kicks out on one.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that wasn't a clenched fist. With what we've seen out of Pedro so far, it wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Tag is made, and Tito Santana coming back in. And right now, I would have to say, Santana and Morales starting to settle in a little bit here. The tags are frequent, and they're looking much better. Santana with the hammerlock on Ravishing Rick Rude now, and pulling back on the arm. Double knees right to the small of the back. Ravishing Rick Rude in trouble. Fans, if you are just joining us, we're coming to you from the Philadelphia Spectrum this week for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. Santana had a special guest tag team partner, and it turns out to be that man right there, Pedro Morales, who almost had perhaps a victory. We will never know, because Bobby the Brain Heenan had to come in and make the save. Morales comes charging in, got caught with a boot.
Yeah, Rick Rude just made it up in here. That's why Ravishing Rick Rude is ravishing, because he's just that good.
Face first suplex, and he really drove the life out of Pedro with that one. Heenan coming back into the ring. Bobby's looking pretty good here. Monkey flip out of the corner. I've got to tell you, Bobby the Brain Heenan impressing me in this one. No doubt about that.
I would have liked to see Bobby hook the leg on that one. I don't know that it would have made the difference this early in the match, but it would have been a good test.
Goes for the knee drop. Nobody home. Morales looks to follow up on Heenan.
Taking a whole lot of time moving Heenan into position. That only gave him an opportunity to recover.
Oh, what a shoulder breaker right there by Pedro Morales, who tags out. And here comes Tito Santana, the Intercontinental Champion, starting to fire up, and Bobby Heenan. Oh, wait a moment. This could be shades of the Boston Guard and things to come. Figure four, leg lock is on him. Ravishing Rick Rude there to make the save.
Well, Ravishing Rick Rude is going to make the save because he's a good tag team partner. He knows how and he knows when.
Santana going for the cover. He pulled Heenan away from the ropes. Got a 2 count. And the shoulder coming up, and now Tito in the driver's seat. Big right hand. Oh, German suplex. Just folded him in half, and there's a tag made once again to Pedro Morales. Well, Bobby Heenan got off to a really good start, but things seem to be falling apart right now a little bit.
Yeah, don't be so quick to judge. He just caught Morales with a back elbow, makes the tag. Here's a double team. He's fine. Bobby Heenan, that's why he is the Brain. I'm still very disappointed that I second-guessed his decision to start the match. I should have known better.
Rude has him up in that backbreaker. Variation of the body by something you are very familiar with.
Yeah, I gave him permission to use that. I told him it would be perfectly fine.
Rude awakening. And Pedro is far away from his corner. He's on his own right now. There's two. Oh, and he kicked out.
I'm not so sure about that count, though. That was a very slow count.
Referee had a very set count. His cadence has been the same throughout the match.
Yeah, the 1 and the 2 were, but where was the 3?
Big forearm shot, perhaps an elbow, and Morales, he's been injured. Tag made now, and Santana back into the match. German suplex again, and Heenan's got to be out. Santana tries to follow up with a knee drop, and nobody home. Bobby the Brain winding up the arm, and Santana with that forearm right across the bridge of the nose. And it appears that Morales has been busted open. I didn't see it happen. And Heenan sent crashing to the floor now. Santana turns his attention to Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah, what's up with that? Rude wasn't even the legal man of the match. What's he going after him for?
You know what he's going after him for from what's happened in the past. The bad blood between Santana and Ravishing Rick Rude is not something new. Into the ring under the bottom rope, and now Bobby the Brain Heenan. Again lacerated. Morales, nice roll up right there, and he's got the shoulders down. He got him.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm telling you right now, there was a 3 count earlier on. This referee should be investigated.
We take a look back at the action, ladies and gentlemen. Pedro Morales is back here in the World Wrestling Federation. Look at that forearm off the top rope. Really caught Ravishing Rick Rude with that one.
Yeah, as well as a clenched fist. Why don't you call the action like it was?
Look, Bobby the Brain Heenan and Ravishing Rick Rude do more than their fair share of bending and breaking the rules, which is something I might remind you, you seem to be in favor of when it's convenient.
Yeah, I'm just saying, at least I call it like it is. You seem to sugarcoat everything that your guys do.
Here was a near miss. Rude hooked the leg. He did everything right, just couldn't finish the match. And here we see that roll up. What a move right there by Morales. Pinning Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Pedro
What a return for Pedro Morales, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more here from the Spectrum when we return.
Come on, you guys. It's only a little. A hungry giant.
Hungry for a big honey taste.
Big taste, honeycomb, big taste.
Honeycomb taste. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not small.
No, no, no. Honeycomb's got a big honey taste. Big, big crunch or a big, big bite. Honeycomb cereal. Part of this big, complete breakfast. Honeycomb's a big, big bite. Yeah!
And we are back, wrestling fans. Tag team titles on the line as we take a look at Act, Smash, and Blast. They are Demolition.
Well, since coming on the scene, these dudes have really wreaked havoc when it comes to the tag team scene. They have proven that they are that good.
And that's why they're walking around right now with the tag team championships around their waist. I don't believe their opponents have what it takes to get the job done tonight, but we will have to wait and see if that's the case. It's going to be one heck of a battle, no doubt about that. The Islanders, Haku and Tama. They have been on a heck of a winning streak as of late here in the World Wrestling Federation, and I don't know if they can possibly parlay that into a changing of the guard here tonight. It'll take a really special effort, no doubt about that. This crowd here on the Spectrum absolutely having a great time tonight. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, plenty more action, including Andre the Giant. It's always a special event when the eighth wonder of the world's in town. Yeah, he's definitely a featured attraction whenever he's on the show, and he's here tonight. Andre will be going one-on-one with Blackjack Mulligan later on tonight. Another one that promises to be a memorable match. Yeah, it's very tough to ever come up with an even challenge for Andre the Giant because who's his equal? Talking about 510 pounds, 7'9". I mean, there's just not that many dudes out there that can match up just sheer size alone. And Andre's been doing this very successfully to the point where no one's really beaten him.
The WWE Tag Team Championship! Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 499 pounds, Tama and Haku, the Islanders! And their opponents at a combined weight of 528 pounds, the WWE Tag Team Champions, Axe and Smash Demolition!
Tag team titles on the line in this one, ladies and gentlemen. I, for one, would not be surprised if we have new champions crowned tonight. Haku going to start things off, arguably the more powerful man for the team. Yeah, I would definitely say Haku is the powerhouse of the team. You've got the high flying of Tama. It's a really good balance. I won't take that away from them. Where with Demolition, they don't really have a daredevil or anything like that. Well, they don't really need it. They just brutalize you and beat you into a pulp until there's nothing left. Winding up that arm now, and elbow right to the shoulder. Boy, Haku getting the best of Axe early in this matchup. Are you surprised? Oh, it's early in the match, so you know what? Nothing surprises me that early. A pinfall would. Both teams tagging in the fresh man. Smash now with Tama. Gotta say, Smash will have the advantage and experience over Tama. He'll have probably the strength, I would think. Oh yeah, Smash is definitely going to be a stronger, more powerful wrestler than Tama, but Tama's got some other boxes he checks. He's very quick, very agile, very nimble, and he's able to fly around that ring coming off the ropes on a moment's notice. It's going to require very fast reaction time on the part of both members of Demolition, but speaking of which, indeed, talking about quick reaction time, Axe just caught him as he went into the corner and made him pay the price. And now Smash working on the legs and the knee of Tama. They tie up and again into the corner. Yeah, every time he goes in that corner, he's not facing one member of Demolition, he's facing both. Tried to make his way to the corner to make the tag, and Smash cut him off, but now Tama fighting back. Got some chops in there, and just enough to create that separation he needs to make the tag.
Well, that was smart on his part, and now look at this.
Well, what's good for the goose, right?
I suppose.
Smash found himself too close to the wrong corner, and he paid the price. Haku with a big chop, and Smash down on the mat. Now what Haku got in mind here, it splits the uprights. Wow, he came straight down with the full force of his weight across the midsection. Another tag made.
Well, this is going to be the key to success for sure for the Islanders if they could do a lot of fast tags in and out. And thus far, they've done pretty good. There was a good double team, but now Smash, he may not be aware of who the legal man is. He went after Haku instead of Tama.
And by the way, let's not neglect the fact that somehow or another, a kendo stick got into the ring.
Looks like the referee just put it there.
Referee did not just put it there.
I saw her. She threw it down.
Tag made to Axe, and Tama was on the top rope. Now changes the game plan. Coming up with a series of chops. Has him up. Ooh, nice power slam right there. Thought he might go for the pinfall out of that, but decides not to. Instead, making a tag.
Well, I'm all about keeping the fresh man in the ring, but at the same point in time, if you have an opportunity to get the win, you have to take it.
Haku with a chop right there to the throat. I'm not even sure if that was completely legal.
Well, finally, you're starting to call it a little bit more realistically, because I can tell you it's not legal. You cannot take a chop and thrust it into someone's larynx. No.
Oh, what a double team, taking a page out of the Book of Demolition.
Well, that's not going to sit well with them, I can assure you. That's their finishing maneuver. And now the Islanders trying to beat them with their own moves. That's not going to go well.
2 count right now, but I got to tell you, these Islanders looking like they're going to take those tag team titles here in Philadelphia.
We're not even close to finished yet.
Tama with a slam. Axe in trouble. Tama from the top off. This could be a problem. The tag team championship on the line. Cross body. He covers, hooks the leg. Referee's in position, but the save made by Smash.
Well, that was definitely a close call right there for Demolition. They've got to find a way to turn this thing around, or just turn around and leave. Take the count out. You'll lose the match, but you'll keep the belts.
Turn around and leave. That's not what we're here for.
That's not what you're here for. Demolition's here to retain the titles by any means necessary. Trust me on that.
Here comes the double team now. Stretching out that arm as Smash comes down and lives up to his name. Smashing down across the arm and the shoulder. Clubbing forearm to the back. He's in the wrong part of town. I don't like that idea, but he got away with it. Knee lift by Smash. Going for the cover. Haku in trouble. There's 2.
That's not Haku. That's Tama.
I beg your pardon.
You might want to upgrade the prescription on those glasses.
I'm not wearing glasses.
Well, that's the problem.
Handing out punishment to Smash right in front of his tag team partner. Haku now the legal man in the match. Oh, he got caught with a roll-up. Nice move right here. Couldn't hold on to it.
Well, the referee took her sweet time getting over there, too, so let's not completely blame it on that.
Haku went for the drop kick. Nobody home. And now, hammerlock
into a belly-to-back suplex. Nicely done by Smash.
Yeah, he went to a hammerlock first, though, and then dropped him back with that belly-to-back, landing him right on that arm. That's going to do some damage, possibly to the scapulus area, the shoulder blade, all that area right there, taking an unusual torque on the impact of the mat.
Irish whip into the turnbuckle he goes. And now Tama with a tag made to Haku. Double team coming up by the Islanders. Axe being sent to the ropes. Back out front. Double chops across the chest. Oh, and he comes right back. What a move.
That's why they're the tag team champions. You can knock them down, but they keep on finding a way to get back up again.
If I'm hearing you, ain't nothing going to keep them down.
Exactly.
Nice flying headbutt by Tama. We mentioned the fact that he is a quick-moving, bit of a daredevil risk taker, if you will, here in the ring. Couldn't hold him. Went for the slam and could not maintain the weight. Into the corner now. Wrong part of town once again. Oh, wait a moment. This is the move. Demolition with the wrecking ball finisher. And now the referee's there. Save had to be made by Haku. This match was over.
Yeah, the match was over, and how come the referee can't do a better job of controlling the action is what I want to know.
Tama now with a slam. Oh, that was so close right there. It looked like the tag team champions were going to successfully defend the title. Haku has him up. Running power slam, deposits him right down in the middle of the ring. Haku now getting into a battle of words with Blast at ringside.
Well, we saw something like that earlier with Jimmy Hart, and it was a mistake then. It's a mistake now. You have to focus on the man in the ring, your opponent. You cannot worry about the outside entrant.
Oh, what a running power slam that was. Nicely done. Oh, and a save made.
This is getting ridiculous now. The tag team champions have successfully defended those titles twice. And the referee's incompetence allows this match to continue on. That's all that's happening here.
Another double team coming up in the corner. And Smash unloading with some heavy artillery. Nice neck breaker right there. What is this?
Another mistake made by Demolition, allowing the tag to be made. Both men missing their opportunities there.
Smash going after the knee of Tama, and now redirects his attention again to Haku. Sends him crashing into the corner.
Why isn't the referee putting a count on Haku? He's got to be out of the ring within 5 seconds after the tag. This is well past 5 seconds.
Smash from the top rope. That's a long distance. He connects though. Thought he might go for the cover after that big elbow. Half Boston Crab is on him. Gonna try and draw submission. And Haku once again making the save. From the top rope. What's he got in mind now? Tama's up. Oh. That's a double sledgehammer to the head. Tama might be done. Another save.
I give up. I really, if I'm them, I'm walking out with the belts. Why do I need to keep on beating the team just because the referee can't maintain order? If I were Crush or Blast, rather, outside the ring, I'd go around there and hold on to the man on the apron so he couldn't come in.
Another tag made by Demolition. Now Tama head first into the turnbuckle, and he's not in good shape at all. Desperately needs to make the tag out. And there is the tag.
Yeah, now they get a fresh man. That's fair.
Oh, double team.
That crescent kick right underneath the chin, and a save made by Smash.
Well, it's about time they finally did it.
Blast again, now distracting Haku at ringside. And from behind, nice move right there by Axe to take advantage of the situation. Off the ropes. Ooh, running knee caught him right in the face. That might be all she wrote. Haku is a pile driver. Oh my goodness, that's it. It's over. Hooks the leg. Referee's in position for the count. There's one, there's two, and a save made.
I've had enough. I'm about to leave the broadcast booth and take care of this one myself.
You stay right where you are.
No, this is out of control now. How many times? I'll tell you, if those titles change hands tonight, there is going to be an absolute riot.
Double suplex nicely done by the tag team champions. Ooh, shoulder block on the floor. Haku able to adjust to the oncoming assault as he and Axe continue the battle here ringside at the Spectrum. Oh, he's got him by the goozle.
That's a chokehold. What are you talking about?
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen. The referee continues to count. Haku will beat the count back into the ring, but that makes only one.
Another count out. This is getting out of control, and it's a disgusting way to end this matchup because Demolition won. They had this match won on no less than 3 occasions.
Well, I will admit, Demolition indeed had moments where it looked like it would have been done. Here we see the Islanders taking a page from the Book of Demolition. And here's Tom doing what he does best, the high-flying acrobats off the top rope. Smash with a big knee lift. Almost got him the victory there.
Yeah, Axe and Smash have every reason in the world to be complaining about the outcome of this matchup because they were robbed. Clearly robbed.
Here are your winners.
Well, you didn't beat anyone. You got a count-out victory. Congratulate each other over that. You're not the tag team champions, and I don't think you ever will be after this.
We'll be back with more, ladies and gentlemen, here on Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. Stay with us.
With Wrestling Superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly them and flip them in the Sling 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling Superstars and New Wrestling Ring, each sold separately from LJN.
All right, we're ready to get started here with this one. Morocco and Tony Atlas. Referee just got taken out.
Well, that was an accident, no two ways about it. Morocco went for Atlas. He ducked it out. Referee caught it. Now we have to hope the referee doesn't decide to throw the match out over that.
I believe he'd be well within his rights to do so. Flying drop kick. Mr. USA, Tony Atlas right now starting to feel pretty good about the way things going. Referee is back up now, and he's going to allow the match to continue.
Well, I'm glad for that part because honestly it would have been a terrible way for the match to end.
Shoulder block off the apron. Down goes Morocco to the floor. See, now there's a referee controlling the match. You see how he pulled Tony Atlas and pushed him out?
your winner, Tony X Less.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Fans, we are back, and we apologize. Some technical difficulties with the audio. Oh, hold on! Blackjack Mulligan attacking Andre the Giant. Well, Blackjack Mulligan not even waiting for the referee to get involved in this one. He is just going after the eighth wonder of the world. He just collides with Andre. No effect whatsoever. Now Andre with a headbutt. That side hip toss, half suplex maneuver that we have seen Andre hit with many times in the past. And now Mulligan fighting his way back out of this one. Oh, boot down, and goes Andre with a boot to the face, and now Mulligan. What is he doing?
Mulligan's gone outside the ring. He's got a steel chair.
Oh, and he just hammered Andre with that steel chair.
Referee is allowing this to happen. I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Andre throws him down. Apparently, no DQ, no count out in this one. Nobody told us.
Well, it may have been one of those deals both men agreed to prior to coming out here tonight. I can tell you that Blackjack Mulligan would have loved it that way.
Using that steel chair as an equalizer.
Well, if you're going to look for an equalizer against Andre the Giant, you might want to get a tranquilizer gun. The one they use for big game hunting, because Andre's about as big a game as you're going to have.
Andre now taking Blackjack Mulligan, throws him back under the bottom rope, and Mulligan, after using that steel chair against Andre the Giant, oh, just got caught by the eighth wonder of the world, 500 pounds across the midsection. Andre back in control despite every advantage that Blackjack Mulligan came out to, including an attack before the bell.
Well, as I mentioned earlier on, when you're going up against someone the size of Andre the Giant, you got to do what you got to do.
Andre pulling back for all he's worth, and Mulligan fighting just to survive. Oh, he's tapped out. Blackjack Mulligan has had enough.
Well, then why is the match continuing? The referee's still not calling for a bell.
I have no idea what's going on around here, ladies and gentlemen. Andre the Giant has decimated his opponent here tonight. Fans, we'll see you next Saturday for more Superstars of Wrestling here on the Nation Network.